Welcome everybody. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I lately I've been doing a lot of gaming streams and not a lot of reaction streams. So trying to get back into that. Whiskey said first. Of course, he's probably not here right now. He left this a while ago. What time was that? I don't even have the page open. Anyways, was that 30 minutes ago? Okay. So, yeah. Hey, Nate. Good to see you. So, I've been doing a lot of gaming streams and not very many reaction streams. Just because I haven't really had anything to react to. Oh, Whiskey is here. He said, did she say a lot of gay streams? Yes. My streams are very gay. Um, so if you've been around for a while, you know that Old Squishy Gardner is one of my good friends, and he allows me to react to the videos that he posts. Well, we were sitting in Discord one night and he was like, um, "Oh, I have an idea, like a video that you should react to, and I have a playlist of this one chick and she's like an entitled girl and you like she even has the look and everything." And then when he sent me the playlist, the minute I saw her face, I was like, "Yeah, yeah, she's one of those. She's one of those." So, um, let's see. I think this is the first one. Okay, so I got the first one loaded up, and we'll get into it. Gaming streams, yes. Fake and gay. Wait, Neon's uh his chat is coming up on StreamYard, but not on YouTube. That's weird. Okay, there we go. I just had to reload it. No pun intended. Um, okay, so before YouTube held it for review, well, YouTube, I have one message for you. Courtesy of Koa, Whiskey's cat. Okay, so let me put the little court reaction disclaimer. I don't. Oh wait, no. Oh, I do. I do have it. Okay. Hello, and welcome to my channel. The purpose of this video is to react to another content creator's video that was sent to me. I am friends with this content creator, however, I still need to abide by YouTube's terms of service and guidelines. If you would like to watch this video and not hear us commentating over it, you are more than welcome to click away from my stream / VOD after I'm done streaming and go watch their full content without any interruption. We might be using some not safe for work no words. Viewer discretion is advised. I would suggest using headphones, and if you don't like vulgar language, then probably just go watch the original. Before I start, I just want to go over the YouTube terms of service. For copyright exception, make sure that everyone understands fair use. In the United States, works of commentary, criticism, research, teaching, or news reporting may be considered fair use. Just because I am reacting to another creator's content, it doesn't mean that I can just play their content, not make it transformative. By making it transformative, I need to pause, make commentary, proceed with caution. Now, thankfully, any of the videos that I use for my reaction, I've gotten permission to use them because I am friends with these content creators. Sit back and relax and enjoy the shit show. Thank you. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, we can begin. Did you know, hey Whiskey, did you know you can put your links for like PayPal and shit on here and make it a QR code on your stream. That's so cool. Which one do I want to put? PayPal or Cash App? Will you PayPal? Okay. So the first video we are going to get started. Now, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed to Old Squishy Gardener, go to the description, click where it says, what did I put? Oh, click where it says courtesy of my favorite internet grandpa, and then there's an arrow pointing to it. Click at OSG Court Watch and subscribe to him. Thank you. That was just a PSA. Ew. Wrong think there for a minute. What did I do? You mean no kissing booth? No, absolutely not. I'm so old I needed a youngster to teach me people do with QR codes. Are you still salty about last night because I kept calling you old? I'm sorry, Nate. I love you. I love you. I don't even know how I think how do you, it's like this, right? To do the little heart. Okay. I can move myself right there. I actually don't like the QR code. It's in the way. So we're going to do that. Okay. Oh,
You have an EBT card.
it's okay.
Yes, ma'am. I've explained this to you before.
But essentially what you're saying is as long as I'm in school, I shouldn't have to make a payment. Because
No,
you're saying you don't
ma'am,
have, let me finish. All right, Ms. Megerly, I'm back up and running. Again, my apologies to you.
So,
All right, so let me look at my notes from when you were here last. So I do have a note in here that you must have called the court last week.
yeah.
And I don't see that you made a payment. So you are on the tow list. Unless I'm missing something.
Oh, last Friday, I couldn't make the court. I had planned to, but I had a final at school. And every time 1:00 is when I get back to school from lunch. So it was kind of tricky for me that day. I had planned on making a payment, and then I had called, I believe it was Tuesday or maybe Wednesday, and talked to someone about asking for an extension because I wasn't able to make it last week.
Well,
so instead of calling in advance when she knew she had the court date, she knew she had a final that same day, she waited until a week after to call the court? Is that what's happening here? Okay. You should do a gym workout stream, Jess. No. No, I shouldn't. If Jess did that, it would turn into a live stream of Jess talking trash about the thoughts streaming at the gym pretending to work out. Probably. Did the girl borrow her camera from Jess? Her camera's no, it's a picture of her. So OSG did put like a little note at the top. He was saying that she did turn her camera on later. So he put the picture of her right there until she does that. Notice how right there says WA. I'ma say that said twat under it.
you don't have to come to court to make the payment. You can make the, you can call the court and make a payment over the phone. So
I understand. You guys are just closed on Wednesdays and I have school from Monday through
we're not
Friday.
closed on Wednesdays.
I mean, on the weekends, sorry.
Right. But
all I hear is excuses from her. OSG, now I know why you told me to watch it. And I'm glad I didn't watch it until now so that I could authentically react to it.
I mean, you aren't in class from 7:30 to 4:30 nonstop every day, are you?
I am. I have school from 8 to 5.
Right. I understand you're at school, but you're not literally in class nonstop 7:30 to 4:30.
I have one 1 hour break, but yes.
Okay. And you can call the court during that 1 hour break.
I was literally just about to say that. She could have used that 1 hour to call the court. I mean, I've done it myself. Like the last job that I had a 1 hour lunch. In that 1 hour, I would get so much shit done. Like, there's no excuses. If you need to get shit done, get it done. You know you could mail in your payment? Yeah. Apparently not. She's a dumb blonde. I think they also probably, I know the court out here has like a web portal that people can make their payments to. So I don't know what her malfunction is.
So I recall you telling me some time ago you had like Tuesdays off or something.
No, it is distance learning, but we still have to be on school, signed in, almost like Teams for a full 8 hours that day.
So OSG here asks, y'all think the judge is buying her story? No. Nope. Sounds like a crock of shit to me. But getting stuff done is hard work, and break time is time away from work. Yes. But you're also an adult. You're also an adult and responsible, so, or not responsible in her case. Do judges ever buy the story? Yes. She most likely does not know about checks to pay bills either. Probably not.
And in regards to not being able to make a payment, like I've told you before, I still have not been able to find a job. I've been applying almost every weekend for the past.
So is her excuse that she doesn't have a job, so she doesn't have money to make the payment, or is she genuinely concerned that she couldn't find a job to pay the bill? Either way, it's a bunch of excuses.
4 weeks since I spoke to you the first time, and
Yeah, and I'm not sure what kind of jobs you're applying for, but there are jobs out there to be had for certain, especially this time of year. And then last time when you made a payment, you were doing some babysitting and whatnot. I mean, there's people looking for dog walkers. There's people looking, there's plenty of things that you can do. So, we're basically in the same boat we were in last time.
There you go, boys. She turned on her camera. She's a cute little blonde chick. Back in my day, I had to pay bills on the phone in less than 10 minutes in basic training. I can be done with a little bit of willpower. Yeah. It's really not that hard. So she's learning from home to bed, ask for extra credit and class notes for missing the class. Probably. She's probably using ChatGPT to do her homework anyways.
Need to see you working down this amount. I mean, what you are essentially suggesting is that as long as you're in school, you should have an indefinite, time where you don't have to pay.
no, not at all. I think just under the circumstances and how I came to these tickets from it being from 2023 and just now getting a notice, it has been quite a ride, understanding that I never got a notice before this. Even a few went to collections, I still did never receive a notice. I paid for each of the parking tickets and was overtime. I understand. I take full responsibility for that, but in this situation that I am currently in right now, not having a job, not being able to go out and search a job during normal business hours, it is making it very difficult.
There's
Have you ever heard of Indeed or LinkedIn? You don't have to go out there and search for a job. You actually, hold on, let me see. I've got LinkedIn on my phone right here. They have apps, and I'm sure she has a smartphone because she's probably one of those TikTok bimbos. They have apps for Indeed and LinkedIn where you can upload your resume and apply through jobs within seconds. It's really not that hard.
Uber, there's Uber Eats, there's all
I
kinds
do
of
not
different
have
things.
money to spend on gas. I drive to Denver back and forth every single day, 5 days a week. It is very difficult.
I hear you, but it is other people manage it. I hear you.
And she's probably driving like 10 minutes going, 10 minutes coming.
You know, you keep telling me you can't find a job, and
Ma'am, I've
I just
walked
have
into 3 of the grocery stores in this town and handed them a paper resume. I cannot get a call back. I've applied to gas stations, ma'am, and I still have not gotten calls back. I don't understand. I've been to almost every restaurant on Pearl Street, walking.
Doesn't Uber give you more than enough for gas? No. From what I've experienced working, like doing Uber and Lyft pays a little bit better than Uber. Um, Also, I guess depending on the area where she's in, it can be hard for her to get rides, like customers. Like because sometimes there's too many drivers on the app at the same time, and the app will tell you it's a busy area, but the drivers who spend the most time doing rides and doing the most rides, they would get priority of receiving that ride request than other drivers, depending on the area that she's in. I don't know where she's at, but it depends. I mean, when you do a delivery, it should pay for the gas at the you'd be surprised. Sometimes you have to drive like, I don't know, 10 miles and they'll give you like $6 for the delivery. And it's like, well, gas is expensive, especially in California. Was it worth it? Probably not. Did she say Denver through Denver though, or the local area? I think she said Denver. It's a ripoff. So is DoorDash.
Yeah. I cannot find a job. I understand that there are ways, but I do not have the time to go out of my way, try to find a babysitting job for someone who does need help watching the children during normal business days when people go to work.
No, I understand that, but I wasn't asking you to be somebody's nanny. You know, people go out on Friday night or Saturday night or what have you.
I get back to Boulder at 7 o'clock at night with traffic.
Well, Judge, how is she supposed to work on a Saturday? That's her day to go out and party and go to like frat parties and have fun, Judge. She's just a girl.
But essentially what you're saying is as long as I'm in school, I shouldn't have to make a payment because
No,
you're saying you don't
ma'am,
have,
but
let me finish. Because you're saying I don't have time. I can't do this.
This bitch rolling her eyes at the judge, bro.
You know, As far as I know, people don't take paper resumes anymore. What they want is you to apply online. So that could be why you're not getting a call back.
I do both, miss. I go on Indeed and Glassdoor and every single thing. I apply online, walk in, and hand them a resume. I understand. I understand that I do need to make payments. I have been making payments. It's just,
It's been some time since you've made a payment. And when you made a payment last, it was $50. And the payment you made before that your mother made on your behalf was $50. So, what you're asking me is just to give you an extension.
an extension until I can find a decent job that works within my schedule for me to actually find.
Define decent job that works with your schedule. You could find the time to fucking make the payment. I can't stand bitches like this. Especially the young ones. Like, how fucking irresponsible do you have to be? And you know what? All the crap that guys talk about girls like her.
Sometimes women deserve it.
Work.
But you've been looking for months and you're saying you can't find anything.
No, I cannot.
So
most people do not hire someone who is only available on the weekends.
I think a lot of places this time of year in particular would want people who work on the weekend because other people don't want to work on the weekends.
It's the only time that you make money. I'm not too sure. It's just, I'm kind of out of options here.
And that's certainly true. That's certainly true for restaurants. It's the only, that's when you make the most money. I get that. But if you're talking about a retail job, it doesn't pay any differently on the weekends than it does during the week. So.
Well, like I said, I'm not too sure how to go about this. I have no money, so.
How are you eating every day?
I actually have an EBT card that I had to apply for.
You have an EBT card?
Yes, ma'am. I've explained this to you before, and I find it very insulting.
You have not told me before that you have an EBT card.
I just had to apply for it last week with my friend who goes to CU Denver, who is getting her master's in sociology, who is a social worker. I am in a very, very difficult position. And like I said, you requesting me to go ask help from other people, I feel like it's very unfair for you to think that I actually have that type of support in my life.
The only reason I suggested that was because your mother has made several phone calls to the court on your behalf. So, and you're living with her and she came down here to make a payment for you. So yes, I suggested that because, it seemed like she was supporting you. And it was just a suggestion. Maybe you could do this. So I'm certainly not mandating that that's not what you must do, but it would be a way to make a payment if you're able to do that. I mean, clearly your mother's very involved. All right, here's what we're going to do. Without a payment, I'm going to extend your do not tow until after the Christmas holiday. But you need to be very clear that it's not getting extended further beyond that unless and until you make a substantial payment. You've got to pay this off, which means you need to spend the next 3 weeks continuing to look for a job. I don't know, maybe you get some money for Christmas, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Maybe you can pick up some babysitting. Maybe you can do some dog walking.
Judge, I'm not happy. You're going to make me give up my Christmas money to pay and be responsible? Does this chick not realize, like, she wouldn't have been in this situation if she had just fucking, I don't know, maybe not parked there and gotten parking tickets or whatever the fuck she did? God. The kids are stupid.
Whatever. But this just can't go on.
She can make an OS and make her payment.
Continuously
Sorry.
with you saying, I can't find anything, I can't find anything. And I shouldn't have to make a payment because I can't find anything. You understand?
Yes.
What's the date in January, Nick? The first date after the 5th.
First date after the 5th. The 5th is a Monday?
And I'm a respond to OSG. He said, "You tell me." She looks like she's fuming mad. Fuck yeah, she is, because she didn't get away with it. Imagine, like, how much shit she gets away with at home. Okay? There's no way her family did not spoil her for her to become this.
Yes.
So the following Friday would be the 9th?
Okay. So I will extend the do not tow until the 10th. And I will tell you that we have parking add-ons next week.
Yep.
And then we don't have it again until the 9th of January.
She's big mad.
And I'm sorry you feel like I'm being unfair to you. And I know your mother's made that, basically said that the court's being unfair to you too. And I'm sorry.
So her mother is enabling her behavior. Because her mother thinks she's being treated unfairly too. The court does not treat you unfair, okay? Just fucking obey the law so you never have to go to court. That's literally all you have to do.
You feel that way. I'm sorry, both of you feel that way. But, you know, you were saying you didn't have notice, but you got the tickets. You had notice when you got the tickets. So, and you have, you know, you've told me more than once that you understand you did it and it's your responsibility, which it is. So.
That's true. Nate said, "Nah, Judge, just break it to her that there is no fairness. Everything is unfair. Gotta do exactly. Life is unfair." And instead of telling her, well, life is unfair, and there's gonna be situations where you feel like you're being treated unfairly, but that's just how life is. You just gotta suck it up and keep pushing. Her mom is sitting there enabling this goddamn behavior. The mother thinks it's unfair she can pay off the bill and get the money back from her daughter. Yeah, there's that. Why is the judge being extra cranky? Hello? Santi, are you watching the same video? Like, how could you not be cranky dealing with this child right here? This judge is being really nice and patient. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. There's so many snarky remarks I could have made back to her if I was the judge.
But this will get you through the end of the year and through basically the first week, a little over the first week of the new year. But no further extensions without payment. We've got to get this balance down. Okay. All right. So good luck to you finding a job. I hope you do find one. I mean, for this reason and other reasons, it sounds like, you know, you could use the income generally. But in the meantime, have a nice holiday. We'll see you in the new year. Okay.
Thank you.
How dare the judge ask her to be responsible for herself as a grown-ass adult? How dare she? All right. So there's 2 more videos of the same girl. Yeah. Gonna move that right there. Nah, 3 seconds in and just would be like, I'm not hearing any of it. You go join that site for failures and get people to throw money at you. Next. That's true. That's true. I'd be like, isn't that what all the young girls your age are doing today? Like, why don't you just go join that site? What's the problem?
I know my track record with the city of Boulder and parking tickets hasn't been very great.
We are back on the record.
Why do you have so many parking tickets is what I don't understand. Like, are you unable to read signs? Do you just well, yeah, she does think she's special and better than everyone else. Never mind, I'll shut up here. Let's keep watching.
Calling the matter of Katie Mergley, I think it is.
Hi.
Hi there.
Yes.
Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, ma'am. Katie Megerly.
All right, Meg. Okay. I'm just looking.
So she has money to go buy false lashes, but she doesn't have money to pay her fucking bills. Well, she sure has her priorities straight.
At your file really quick. Give me a moment to do that. And then I will hear from you with regard to whatever you want to tell me. Give me just a moment. There's a lot here to look through. So, all right, Ms. Megerly, what would you like to tell me about your situation?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here today. So about
Okay, so
a
I'm an
month,
entitled
maybe a
brat.
month and a half ago, I received a letter about some outstanding parking tickets that occurred back in 2023. Middle of 2023.
Looks like she has a camera setup and an electric piano too. Not exactly cheap. Good point. She could fucking sell those or pawn them off to get the money to pay her dues. I mean, she is from Boulder. It's just an extension of Denver now.
I received this letter and opened it and was shocked by it. I knew that I did have a couple of outstanding parking tickets back at the time. I did not realize that it was to this extent. I know back then I definitely did not prioritize them the way I should have. And I understand that was a definite mistake on my part and to let it get to this point. And it took me a really long time to address this matter. I was kind of struggling financially and had some personal instabilities.
Bitch,
and
get the
just
fuck
working
out.
3 jobs, trying to balance it. But more recently, I'm trying to change my life around. I'm going back to school. I've moved back in with my parents just because, the financial struggles were really catching up to me. I know that I saved some of these parking tickets at the time and I kind of put them aside and kind of forgot about it. Didn't have the funds to pay them. Tried to. I know my track record with the city of Boulder and parking tickets hasn't been very great. But every time this happens or every time all of this piles on me and I'm not focusing on it, not taking care of it, I try to come in. I understand that this is a problem and, I'm just here today. I've tried to meet with you guys for over a month. My work schedule, my school schedule, it's been really hard for me to try to find a time to come in and meet with you.
I'm sorry, but being that I am a cosmetologist, I can't stop looking at her eyelashes, and I just want to point out that I don't think those are actually the lash strips. I think they're actual lash extensions, which starting, I don't know the prices in Boulder, but I know here in California, starting for the classic set, for a full set, it is starting at $120. I just wanted to point that out.
But yeah, I'm just here today to kind of address this. I'm absolutely taking full responsibility for this, is me disregarding, not making the time.
There's a conversation going on in the chat that I think is really funny, and I want to put in my comments. My 2 cents. Whiskey said, "You're really mean. This poor girl needs a man to support her. I volunteer Thane to be her personal bank account." And then Thane responded, "Can she provide a service?" Well, Thane, considering she's probably in her early 20s, she can provide a barren womb for you and excellent birthing hips for reproduction. I think I remember you saying you wanted kids someday, so she's probably fertile. I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. I'll shut the fuck up and I'll keep playing the show.
Time or the effort to pay these tickets, and I am looking at this paper and it's just, yeah, it's a lot, and I know my late fees were just stacking up, and I really had no idea until recently. I was like, wow, this was back in 2023. It's been a really long time. This is the first letter I've gotten letting me know that it's actually gotten this bad. So, I'm just here to, take responsibility and be held accountable. I really want to make this right with the city. My car is very important to me at the moment. I go to school down in Denver. I live in Boulder with my parents, so I know that my car has been on the tow list. I was into the office and spoke to the gentleman who worked at the parking ticket desk. He did take a couple of tickets off for me when I was living up at Pine Street. One of them he took off. I parked super quick to run inside, change, and run back to my other job. I know there was another one on there. I did have a parking permit for Pine Street. However,
Hey, I think my giggles is transformative, okay? She's so fucking
Everyone's got it. Now you can got it too. The fucking audacity. Now in a can.
I'm sorry. That explains exactly what I'm thinking right now.
in the time of when I was living there, my mom actually sold me the car, so my license plate changed. And I did not take the steps to change that on to my parking profile with the city of Boulder. And still, I have yet to come in and show him. It's been very busy for me starting school, just kind of getting on this new path. And so, I'm here, and I'd really like to pay my debts. At the moment, I have about $200 available. I know that this fine is pretty hefty, but I'd like to.
Touchdown. Paper? Unbreaded. Nope. Hold up. Touchdown. On paper? Unbreaded. Right. Write that shit down. Touchdown.
At least set up a payment plan or something to get this right now that the car is in my name, and it is super, super important for me to just kind of my day-to-days today. So
Okay. So
Oh my god. Is she freaking for real? Is she for real? Is this real life? Is she a real person? She's a talker, not a worker. Well, she can use that talking while she makes her OF videos. She's not making the law a priority. risk any other choices she makes. Not at all. Like, her priorities are all out of whack. Was he from Boulder? Oh god. There must be something in the water there, man.
A couple of things that you mentioned, and I realized you can't see what I'm doing. I was taking notes, which it looked like I wasn't paying attention to, perhaps, but I was. So you mentioned that you are no longer living on the hill. You're living with your parents. Where are you living?
I live in South Boulder now.
Okay.
Yeah, a majority of these tickets that I'm looking at in 2023, when I was speaking to the guy at the counter, I was wondering, I was like, where did these tickets occur? You know, I know one.
Do you notice her tone in this, like, this video versus the first one? She's like, she's trying to keep like a calmer, poor me demeanor.
Them, like the Whittier area, but up on the hill, you know, during that time, I was taking a class at
Here's my fucking
CU.
potato chips.
I was working up on the hill. I was on the hill pretty regularly. But yeah, I did not realize that it came to this
Yeah, she's trying to figure out where the tickets came from. Just like maybe there were the signs that said no parking.
point. I remember receiving a few tickets, setting them aside in my car, but
I need some
yeah.
Okay, so you're not living in a parking zone of any sort right now. Where in South Boulder are you?
South Boulder, up in the Devil's Thumb area.
Okay.
I just moved out of my apartment up on Pine Street about a month ago, so very recently.
Okay. So not somewhere where parking's not an issue.
Yes, ma'am.
And it doesn't sound like you're going to the hill very much anymore? Okay.
Parking's not an issue yet. She parked somewhere that caused her to get a parking ticket. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. That is very common around the colleges here since they want them to pay for a spot. Sucks for locals that need to park on the street. Well, I mean, yeah, I can see that being a problem. I mean, the university here, I'll just say it. San Diego State University, last time I checked, the parking was like $80. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna play the video while it's playing. I'm gonna look up how much it is.
And just for the record, I'm going to have you say that out loud now.
Yes, I am not going to the hill anymore.
All right. Because we have a couple of goals. One, we want to see the city get paid what it's owed. Two, we want to make sure that this doesn't keep happening. And I hear you saying that a lot was going on. And
Okay. So here's what I found. Local, well, San Diego State University charges $4.75 per day for visitors and students using the Pay by Phone app, or hourly rates ranging from $1 to $3 per hour at the pay stations. Daily choice parking is available in specific locations, while student permits for the semester cost between $196 and $310, depending on access.
and that you had two jobs and that kind of thing, that you were busy, but everybody's busy. And lots of people have multiple jobs. I mean, the other thing is the tickets that I'm seeing aren't for not paying for parking, it's for overtime at a parking, like it was paid and you stayed too long.
Mhm.
You have to understand if you don't pay for your parking like you're supposed to. And now these days it's so easy with the parking app. If your parking is running out, you can just add more time. So when did you call and talk to somebody? You said the guy at the ticket counter.
I have an idea. If you see this being a consistent problem for you, why don't you just take public transportation? It's cheaper than a parking ticket.
When did you
Talk about it.
There should have been a note left. I can't say the date for sure. There should have been a note left to where my car was on the tow list. And then when I came in and spoke to him, he made a note under my license plate to not tow my car until I had a chance to speak with the judge. Since then, I've called pretty much every week, almost 3 times a day, trying to figure out when I could either come in, join the Zoom call, every time there was, a scheduled time, I was in school
No, Grandpa, we absolutely do not buy that.
or I was working or something changed and the court got canceled. I know I called about 2 weeks ago, and I'm not sure who it was, but the judge was out of town for like a week and a half, and I wasn't able to speak with anyone there. And so I called back, and I was, worried, still living it down on Pearl Street. Like, I didn't want my car to get towed, and came back in, tried to have another note put in there until I got to speak with the judge, until someone was back. It's been really back and forth. I've had a lot of struggles just trying to figure this out and finding a time.
And I hear you. I hear you saying you're financially struggling, but that's all the more reason not to overstay your time at a meter, because it costs a lot less to pay a few dollars for the meter than it does to pay for a ticket. And then if you're not dealing with the ticket, the late fees on that ticket, looks like a couple of your tickets have been sent to collections, which is not good for the old credit rating, which is really not good for somebody your age. Like I said, you did also mention that you had some of these tickets voided when you spoke to the guy at the counter. So you've already gotten some relief from this. What I'm interested in doing is, with your commitment to me that you're not going to get any more tickets, I'm going to give you a little more relief in terms of I will waive something. I haven't decided yet what. But as far as the rest of it goes, what we need to do is, get the stuff paid. So I'm hearing you tell me you can pay $200 today. And then what you'll have to do, we don't have payment plans because it is too hard to administer. We have very small staff, and trying to administer all the people who want time to pay, on payment plans is difficult. So what we do is we give you a do not tow. We'll put that in your file, and you have to come back and see us and make some more payment before we will extend it. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Where are you working now?
Currently, I'm looking for a job. I started school about a month and a half ago.
So as she here says, so you went from 3 jobs when you got that letter to 0 jobs now. It looks to me she's never had any responsibility in her life. Like, she's always gotten free passes and been able to get away with everything, and now it's catching up to her in her adult life. Damn, she never learned after multiple tickets? Apparently not. She should have prioritized work versus school. I mean, both things are pretty important. I don't know if I would be able to prioritize one over the other, but I also wouldn't be in this situation, so.
I go 5 days a week from 8 to 5, so it's a busy schedule. It's been kind of hard to find a job that works with it, or it can only hire someone for 2 days a week or at night. So still in the process of figuring that out, but
you can work on the weekends instead of partying with friends. I did it when I was in my 20s. Like, sometimes you have to be an adult.
Unfortunately, we're at the time of the year when, there's all the retail places are hiring extra people for the holidays. And I know your mom's been very involved. Is it something your mom can help you out with?
Hopefully.
Okay. All right.
Her mom's a dumb broad just like her. She's enabling her ass. Or find a way to party with your friends and make money. Good point.
So let's do this. With your $200 payment, I'm going to waive one more ticket for you. The oldest one in the system, which is from April 4th of 2023.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
You are welcome. And then, so that's with the $200 payment today. So that's going to leave you of a balance, let's see, 910 minus 200, about $710. And I hear you that you're looking for a job, but this is how it's going to have to work.
Does anyone see the resemblance, like in her face, to Courtney Clenny, or is that just me?
You do owe the city money. You are responsible for this. You know that. You've told me that. But we're going to have you back in, and you know how we generally do it is with a significant payment. The judge, and I'm not always the judge for this, but it's with a significant payment, often the judge is willing to waive another ticket, that sort of thing. So we're, going to make you come back until it's paid. For the moment, I will add an order to the file not to tow you for another month. You have to come back and see me before the 21st or by the 21st of November.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the date do not tow until the 22nd. The tow date is always on a Saturday.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put that note in your file.
Thank you.
And I'll do it after court today, or after court this morning. I've got a few other people who want their cases looked at. But you'll be on the do not tow list on the 22nd. But again, we need to see you back here with a payment. And actually, they could, if you made a significant payment over the phone, they could extend it some. But in order to extend it longer than a week or two, you actually need to come back and see a judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. We will.
So I'm guessing this session was before the last one we just watched. Sorry, they're not in order.
Look forward to seeing you soon, and good luck to you.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Ms. Meggerly, I see that you're on the line.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so OSG here's put, okay, we jump forward roughly a month to her next hearing before the video we dropped last Friday. Okay. So it is before the last one, I believe.
Let me pull your case up. And I saw it in here somewhere, but I lost it, that a payment was made.
Yes, last Thursday or Friday. I can't remember.
Okay, it looks like your mom came in and paid.
Yes, she did. Well, on my behalf.
Understood.
Because I was in school.
Understood. But a payment was made.
Yes.
I'm not particular about who makes the payment.
Did y'all see her face? She's like, I was at school. Like, being a smartass. Like, that's not the court's problem, bitch. Fucking learn to pay for parking or park somewhere else. The hell? Yeah, colleges let you work for a company at the college or job posting through the college for money and credit and also for financial aid. Right. Also, I think with financial aid, like for example, when I was in college, I was getting financial aid. And I think she said she lives with her like family or something. I'm not sure. I think she lives with her mom. But the money you get from financial aid, that could easily be used towards like your books and stuff, but you still have some left over. Like I have left over all the time, and I actually used to put it towards like my savings account so that I can use it throughout the course semester if I needed to buy anything per school. Like, you could make use of that money. She could have used that financial aid money to pay for some of these tickets.
Quite frankly. Again, as you know, what we want to see is we want to see this get paid down. All right, so, and you had a do not tow from me until tomorrow.
Today. Oh, yeah.
It's tomorrow. It's always on Saturday. So with that payment, I am willing to extend your do not tow sum. But when are you going to be able to make the next payment?
Well, currently at the moment, I'm still looking for jobs. I've had a couple interviews yesterday because it's my only day off from school. I have a couple around town at
She goes to school Monday through Friday, her only day off from school. What?
some other restaurants along Pearl Street, but at the moment, I've been
Wouldn't she have Saturday and Sunday off? So it wouldn't be only one day off, right? The math ain't mathin' with what she's saying.
picking up some babysitting jobs here
Oh,
and there
great.
for some families I know. So right now, well, I'm down in Denver. Otherwise, I would come in and make a cash payment today, but I'm not off of school until 5.
Understood.
And then next Monday, same situation. I leave Boulder around 6 o'clock in the morning and don't get home until around 6. So Tuesday, however, I am off. And I was wondering if I could possibly come to the counter next Tuesday, I think.
How are you off on a Tuesday? So if holidays are usually on Mondays, how are you off on a Tuesday? If you go to school Monday through Friday.
Which is let me see, the 25th. If I could come in and make that next cash payment then.
That would be fine with me. And how much are we looking at getting?
Hopefully 100 to 150 this time.
That's great. All right, so I'm going to extend your do not tow. And what was that date again? 12/6?
Yeah.
So we'll see that payment coming. I'm doing that based on the $50 that your mom paid on your behalf. And then with a significant payment, and obviously the more significant the payment, the longer period of time.
Oh, and her hair is obviously fakely bleached. Like, she does have blonde hair, but the lighter part right here is definitely bleached. That's also money she could have used towards paying her parking tickets.
Willing to extend it, but you're going to need to reappear, and it'll be the same link, and you'll need to appear on December the 5th at 1:30, and we'll look at how much you've paid then. We'll talk again about, when you can potentially make your next payment, and we'll go from there.
Okay, and if I'm able to, within the timeline between next week and the 5th, can I come in and make more payments, or should I wait until I speak to you on the 5th?
No, you can certainly make more payments.
Okay.
When you come in to make a cash payment, have them come and contact me.
Okay.
Next Tuesday, I will be in a car, but somebody will be able to contact me, and if they let me know how much you paid, I can authorize the do not tow to be extended at that time. Yeah, but at the very least, something needs to happen by December 5th in terms of an extension, whether you come to see me or whether you're paying more just by cash on other days of the week. All right, so you are set for the moment.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll get you extended with a payment. Again, how long that is depends on how much you pay.
Right.
Okay?
Great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Have a good day. And don't lose the link.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Jesus Christ. I blame her mom. I bet you she has no dad. It's just her and her mama. Well, she bleached it herself. That's like $5. I don't know where she'll get the $5 bleach from, but sure.
Ma'am, you're not listening to me.
We started GoFundMe for her? Fuck no. Fuck no. They've already given her too much leniency. She needs to learn the hard way.
don't have time to research this right now. I'm telling you, I will look at it, but it's not an emergency at this moment.
Well, it
So
kind
I'm
of
gonna-
is because it's been sent to
Ma'am.
collections.
Miss Meggerly, Katie Meggerly.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Miss Meggerly. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm in class now, so sorry.
Well, are you able to leave class for a few minutes?
I've been waiting for an hour, so I can't really miss too much.
Understood.
The dollar store sells bleach?
I mean, and we've talked several times. So what I'm looking for is where you are on payment. What can you pay today?
Well, I don't know, kind of just repeating myself here, but I still haven't found a job and I still don't have much money. I don't know, maybe like $20 today, but there's also something I'd like to talk to you about, something else that came up. Actually came in on Tuesday of this week and I spoke to a gentleman named Miguel at the counter. Because one of my
She sounds
tickets
very
that
condescending right now.
should have been waived back in November before I first started meeting you had been sent to collections. And when I spoke to him, he told me that the first one had been waived, but for some reason the second one hadn't been. So I wanted to talk to you about that because those two should have been waived.
Okay, hang on just a moment. Let me look.
Thank you. You're raising a Jewish door.
This is your daily reminder that you can be a kind person with a good heart and still tell people to f when they deserve it.
That was on behalf of the judge.
There's 3 names.
All right, so my notes from so I'm showing that one ticket was waived on October 31st.
Yep.
Judge. I'm thinking. Methinks she wants all of her tickets waived. That's why she's being a condescending prick.
And then the next note in the system is from November 14th.
But I believe the ticket was from October 6th. I got the ticket on October 6th, and then so if the other one was waived October 31st, that one should have been waived too. I can't remember his name, who I spoke to the first time. He was an older gentleman. He was not here this week, is what I was told, but
Well, my notes are not. I show that one was waived in October. In November, your mother came in and made a payment.
this was way before I even started speaking to you or had been making any payments. This was the first time I came into the court when I learned about this.
All right, so what I need you to do is, with respect to any ticket that's supposed to be waived, I want you to find what information it is. So I would need like a ticket number and what day it was waived on. So, and email the court. And when you do that, I will look at it.
Well, I have the ticket number. I have the date of when it was
given to me. It was overtime at a pay station, but that was back when I was living up in the Mapleton area on Pine Street when I had my parking permit. But
Right,
during
but
the time,
the issue is not, it's whether it was waived or not. And so what is the ticket number and what day was it waived on?
well, if I can find my paper, it should have been waived on the same date that the other one was waived.
But you
because
told
when
me earlier that date was in November.
No, I said October. The ticket, I came in like November. I can't remember when I came in and started this wonderful weekly meetings with you, but it should have been waived because that first one was waived, and the gentleman I spoke to told me that he would waive both of them because my because I had a parking permit up at Mapleton for that neighborhood. But in the meantime, I purchased my vehicle from my mother and I got a different registration and a different license plate, and it never got updated.
What in the blue? What in
Why
the
isn't it working?
blueberry fuck muffins?
Okay, so what I need you to do is I'm going to have you put this in writing to the court, requesting waiver of this other ticket.
Well, this is why I came in on Tuesday and spoke to Miguel at the front counter.
Well, it sounds like it didn't get waived on Tuesday, so you're asking me to waive it.
Well, I told him that I was going to be meeting with you.
I understand.
Judge, she's not asking, she's telling. Look at that attitude. Check it, Judge.
What I'm telling you is I don't have time to research it right now. I have a 2:00 docket. And so if you need to put it in writing and as best you can remember all of the facts, email it to the court. And I will deal with that. Most important to me is what day it was waived. I'm not asking you right now. I'm asking when you put this in.
Judge, I'm not sure what day it was waived, because I'm full of shit, and I'm giving you an attitude so that it sounds like I have some authority.
Writing.
Well, it should be on your whatever day that the other ticket was waived. Okay, I'm looking at my paper right here. So ticket
Ma'am, you're not listening to me. I don't have time to research this right now. I'm telling you I will look at it. But it's not an emergency at this moment.
Well, it kind of is because it's been sent to collections.
Miss Meggerly, I can ask that collections stop on your account. I can ask you that. And that's not an issue anyway. Ultimately, we can get that taken care of. So I'm asking you to put that in writing. As far as today goes, how much can you pay?
I gave you $20. Like I said, I'm still in school. I still don't have a job. I've actually left my parents' house since the last time I talked to you back in December. So it's actually been kind of hectic for me recently.
Now, why in the fuck would you leave your parents' house when you can't even afford to pay your fucking parking tickets? How are you living? Are you on the streets? Are you on the streets? Her priorities are up her ass.
So, like I said, I've been repeating myself.
And I've been repeating myself. And what I've told you is we need you to work away at this.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how you expect me to do that.
I expect you to earn money. You know, before you've done some babysitting. Certainly, I don't know why it is you can't find a job, but you owe this money. Probably. And I'm not willing to continue extending your do not tow order. The last time you were here, I gave you a long time and told you I wasn't going to extend it without you working towards it. And the more money you can pay, the longer I can extend it. $20 payment doesn't do a whole lot.
I understand that, but like I've said, you know, I pay for my car insurance with the very few funds that I have left that I saved before I started school.
And I hear you. You're saying the same thing over and over again. I hear you, but you need to earn some money and pay this down. It's not going to be postponed until you finish school and get a job.
Okay. It's just kind of difficult. I mean, trying to succeed at one thing while also trying to do another thing, which then puts me in the position where I potentially fail another thing. I mean, you can't succeed at your job if you're trying to find another one, can you?
Well, I've certainly done that before, but also if it's so financially difficult, you know, I don't know what the situation is, but it doesn't sound like moving out of your parents would have been the best thing for you to do. Like,
well,
you know,
like I
maybe there's
said,
some...
I feel like you have unrealistic assumptions about the relationship.
Everyone's got it. Now you can got it too. The fucking audacity. Now in a can.
That I have with my parents, even though my mother was involved at first.
Your mother was very involved.
Does not mean that she's willing to help me.
And that's fine, but you still owe this money and you need to work to pay it down.
Well, like I said, I still have not been able to find a job and I've been rejected. I've been applying online and like you said, people
God damn it. I'm not even going to repeat what I just said because I'll probably get in trouble.
people want to see online applications more so than they do in person. I've been doing both and I still have not received any callbacks. And I've applied to over, I'd say 70 jobs in the Boulder area, out in Louisville, in Lafayette, in Denver. I cannot find anything because my schedule restricts that ability.
But what you've told me is that you're available on the weekends. So there are lots of places that will take people who will work on the weekends. So you just got to
entirely.
Ma'am,
she doesn't want to work on the weekends because her priorities is do whatever the fuck she does. I don't even know. Like, does she party? Is she for the streets? Like, what's she doing? Like, the judge seriously needs to take the gloves off and rip her ass apart at this point. Because, god damn. No threat to jail time means he's not taking it. Yes. Starting to wonder if she's even going to school. The school of thoughtery. Oh, she could just become a stripper. They work at night.
My courtroom, okay? You need to work towards that. If you want to pay $20 today, I will give you...
Right on cue, Santi. You sent that in right when I said that.
I will give you 2 weeks. But
that means
that doesn't mean every time you pay $20, I'm giving you 2 weeks. The only reason I'm giving you 2 weeks now is because we're not having a docket next week. So I will take your $20 payment. You have a do not tow order until the 24th. But again, I cannot say this strongly enough. You need to work down on this. You've got to do more than $20 at a time. Your balance is still in.
But Judge, she's too pretty to work.
Hundreds of dollars.
And I've paid a couple $100s to
water.
you as well. And I'd like to mention that I've been sitting here for over an hour and a half, missing school, missing my class, waiting. And I've been doing this for the past 6 or 7 weeks with you.
That sounds like a you problem.
And it's really, really harming my education.
Ms. Meggerly, I understand you're frustrated. I'm frustrated too. I am frustrated too. But that's how it's going to have to be. You want something that I am not willing to offer you. You basically want me to postpone everything. The fact of the matter is you earned these tickets. So, and you need
But
to
I
pay
also
for them.
believe that I've stated to you that the tickets that I did get, I did pay for my parking. I was not back on time. The tickets were from 2023 and I never got notice until late November of 2025.
There would have
Also,
been tickets put on your car, ma'am, which I've also told you. So,
all right. Well,
you
I don't
haven't-
want to bring this up either, but I feel like it is a matter that has to be said. When I first came to the counter and spoke to that gentleman who helped me waive those 2 tickets that were supposed to be waived, he told me that because my tickets were on the hill, kids, college students were going around pulling tickets off of people's windshield as a joke. He told me
and
that.
we've
a member of
talked
your
about that.
court.
And you're welcome to put that in your writing that you're going to send to the court. So with respect to the ticket that he said that somebody told you was going to be waived, give me that information. So I need to know which ticket it is, and I need to know what day it was, you were told it was waived. And it sounds like I purportedly waived it.
No, it wasn't you. It was the gentleman at the counter down the hall.
Okay, so give a description of that person. And one thing I will tell you though is if there's not a note in my system that that particular ticket got waived, then it's, I'm looking for a mistake, is what I'm telling you. The other thing I will tell you, Ms. Meggerly, is, I am willing to work with you some on these tickets, but I need you to work with me. So it's not that, I'm not flexible at all. I need more of an effort on your part.
I mean, I feel like you've been telling me that, and there hasn't been any leniency with these tickets in my current situation. You keep telling me that I need to make a payment with the money that I don't have.
I hear you, but occasionally you have been able to get a babysitting job. And like I said, it's, there are places that will hire people for the weekend. So, all right. So I'll look for a $20 payment today.
Yeah, so what's the email that I have to send this into?
You'll have to wait a minute. Nick has left the courtroom and I don't know what that email is off the top of my head. So when Nick comes back to the courtroom, he can send that information to you in the chat. All right. Okay, Nick, Miss Meggerly needs the information where she can send her payment.
Okay.
If you can send that information to
No,
her.
I'm not asking for where to send my payment. I'm asking the email address to where I can fight this ticket that got sent to collections, which wouldn't have been sent to collections.
I understand
ma'am.
you now. So he'll send you that information. So the B-Desk email.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Attorney Jude Ramirez will be the first case.
Thank
on
you.
our 2 p.m. docket.
Thank you, OSG. Thank you, OSG, for recommending this series. I can't wait to see more videos of this entitled young lady. That definitely brought up my blood pressure. I'll be back. Let me go get my blood pressure cuff. Hold on. We'll take a little break and we'll check my blood pressure because god damn, she had my blood boiling.
All right, your next witness.
Oh shit, I didn't know we were starting yet. Wait, almost got it. Perfect spot.
Okay, could you please state your full name?
Yeah, I am Jason Momoa.
Mr. Momoa, do you know Amber Heard?
I do. Hi, Amber.
Don't talk to her. So how do you know Amber?
We work together on Aquaman.
So you work together as actors, right?
No, as janitors.
Mr. Momoa, you have to take this serious.
No, he's not a janitor. He's actually Aquaman.
Would you say you felt safe around Amber on the set?
Sure, I guess.
So there was not even one incident.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Why? What happened?
Well, Amber and I were in the pool recording the scene. It was just the two of us. And she pointed at the water and said, "Look at that beautiful brown fish."
So what seems to be the issue? I'm not following.
Any wildlife in the water would be computerized, so that was brown fish.
I don't understand. What was it?
Well, it was, shall I say, Amber's turn.
No, Mr. Momoa, how do you even know what that was? Did you even take a picture of Amber's turd?
No, I didn't.
So do you have any evidence?
Well, I made a replica. Yeah, here it is. No. Does that look like a fish? Nope. Man, how did that even come out of her body? Oh, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. I actually wasn't joking. I literally went and grabbed my blood pressure cup. Because holy crap. That chick. Like, I don't understand how. Actually, I do understand it. That's fatherless behavior, honestly. The mother raised her. Oh shit, it started without me even putting it on yet. Hold on. Ow! This thing hurts. She's acting like she didn't get all the patience in the world for at least months. Exactly. Where are the video games? Video games, maybe tonight. I don't know. I have to I'm gonna have to replay the tutorial from last night so that I can figure out what the hell I'm doing. I'd be ecstatic if I could get someone to be like, you can go ahead and just pay what you can now and get back to normal payments next month, right? Like, the judge was very lenient with her. No. Where is your my stethoscope is somewhere in storage. I haven't used it in years, so I'm gonna have to get that out though, so I could take it to school with me. Look, look. My systolic is 131 and diastolic is 99. My blood pressure is never that high, and my heart rate is 90 beats per minute. My blood pressure rarely ever makes it that high. Actually, hold on. I have a pit. I have the my chart printed from my doctor's appointment from the other day. Okay. So, nope, that's my immunization record. This one. So, this was on March 4th. My blood pressure was 90/62. That just shows you how much this chick pissed me off. Because I took the headphones off because we're not watching videos right now. But that just shows you how badly she got my blood boiling right now. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, She could post on the local neighborhood page, be like, yo, I'm looking for a babysitting job. These are the hours that I'm available. This is what I'm looking for. Or maybe look for other jobs. You know, she could start a page on the OFs, or you know, she could go work at a strip club. The opportunities are not limited. So there's no excuse. There is no excuse. Don't dox yourself. Nah. Nah. Or a tutoring job. She can even tutor students at her college, but she's probably dumb herself. She probably needs the tutoring herself, considering. And this is why I think all high schools should provide a financial, what's it called? I just had the word in my head and I lost it. Financial competency class. And they need to teach people checks, balances, credit. Don't get parking tickets. But that's also the parents' job too. So her mom was obviously enabling her. That's a A1 mom. A plus for that mom. Shout out to that mom for probably being the worst mom. But anyways, I still think she's fatherless. And I'm excited to see if OSG posts more videos of her in court, because actually, I don't know. She did raise my blood pressure. Colleges need to teach women what the kitchen is. I agree. Anywho, they don't even do that in kids that age out of the system. Right. Or financial literacy. That's what I was thinking about. Financial literacy. Anywho, that's it for today. I'm gonna send y'all off with a banger. This is OSG's favorite clip. There we go. I just set it as the outro video, so it does it itself. No state. No, what? Santi, what am I gonna do right now if I stay? Like, this was just supposed to be a reaction stream. I'll do a gaming stream later. See ya.
The one with the black hair, is your name Emerson? Oh, that's weird. It's Emerson big old titties, you know what I'm saying?